to me like that.
Right.
So when you write the book, they're
Mhm.
tough parts, but your family knew a lot of them already.
So my daughter did not. My daughter is now 20. She's a big part of the book because she was born in withdrawal from heroin. I used my pregnancy and I didn't find McShin until she was 5. So she knew some parts of her life in that book. She didn't know a lot of my childhood stuff and like she's been raised at McShin. So for almost 15 years now, she understands like what the disease of addiction is, you jail or she's been to funerals with me. My son, I do not want him to read the book quite yet. He's only 12, but he understands somewhat, about drugs. He kind of understands like what the disease of addiction is. They both have been around McShin forever. And my husband's small business hires men in McShin. So they're at our house all the time. And my daughter and my husband were the first two to read it to make sure they were comfortable what I was putting out in the world. And they both are totally fine with it and it's out there. So
were there some parts that you thought that was too painful, or you just laid it out?
It was a very traumatic experience writing this book.
I can imagine.
I cried a lot,
yeah.
Especially the stuff with my daughter. I cried a lot. I feel like I've worked through a lot of that stuff throughout my recovery. But once you get, for me at least, when I write it down on paper and you're in this like spiritual mode, but I cried a lot. I got angry with myself. I had to like really, talk to my ladies in recovery, to kind of guide me through this process. And my husband's amazing and he's in long-term recovery as well, because I probably should have honestly gotten some type of a therapist during it, because it really brought back some stuff that I thought I worked through. So it was traumatic, but it was beautiful. It's funny too, because I'm a real model is what I tell people for my kids, and I just keep it real.
Are you a journaler, a writer?
I do try to every morning write a little something in a guided journal.
Have you always been that person?
Not before recovery.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
But you've been in the recovery thing for a long time
Almost
now.
15
and
years,
so
yeah.
Do you go back and read some of the stuff?
Oh yeah, actually like step work, like in 12 step, I save all of that and I read some. Whew, I was off the chain even in early recovery. Recovery like teaches you so many things about yourself, but it's